Okay, it is capturing my audio. Okay, I know this is really low quality. Also, okay, my the lighting is really bad. So let me find like here it is. I have a very powerful lamp here that I got specifically for when I draw late at night, but I want a powerful light instead of my soft lights. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm drawing Pyramid Head from Silent Hill. No, I have not played the game. It's for a little art trade. Someone drew me Gone from Hunter x Hunter, and they requested that I draw Pyramid Head from Silent Hill because I think they really like that game. I did a little bit of research beforehand. It didn't play a huge role into my artwork, but I feel like I definitely understand the character a little bit better. Like for one thing is that there is a difference between the Pyramid Head from Dead by Daylight and the Pyramid Head in Silent Hill 2. So I wanted to make sure that I definitely did not mix up the two, since I know that they really like Silent Hill 2. And I also know that, I know that the Pyramid Head, oh, this is a kind of a crazy lighting situation. What the fuck? Okay, wait, maybe I should attach it here and then shine it down there. Oh, that's definitely a lot better. Let me move this water bottle. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I know that Pyramid Head is a manifestation of James Sunderfield's guilt. So that's what kind of inspired me to sketch it out this way. With like some fog behind him. I'm pretty sure like you can't see it at all. You can see the little pencil marks, but I did like erase most of it with this eraser. It's gonna be my very first time using dip pen. I did practice on a little test sheet, just to see what it felt like. It is really strange. I've never drawn with anything like this before, so I'm not expecting like perfect results. But I am excited to see what it might turn out like. I also do have a I'm not just doing this out of my head. I like sketched over a 3D model beforehand, just because I didn't want it to look wonky since it is for someone else. I found like a free 3D model online to just draw over. Just makes life so much easier, especially whenever you're drawing like a new character, where it does matter that like they can't just look like however it turns out. Like it has to actually be kind of accurate. Um, oh, and you know what? That also does remind me that what is it? I found out, dude. This this lighting angle sucks. Okay, wait. Pause. 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 Let me put the pen down. I didn't think about this that I am right-handed, so obviously if I was putting the lamp on my right side, my hand would cover it. Okay, last resort. Whoa. I could technically clamp it onto my chair, but I think I'm tall enough for it to block. Yeah, to block the light. Okay. Um, this clamp is too strong to clamp onto my monitor. I think it would like crush it. Man, that's really unfortunate. Okay, well, I guess we'll just have to move it here. That's honestly not bad. Not bad at all. Of got a lot of wires going on right here. Whew. Whoa, that makes my hands look so like HD. Okay. Well, this is perfect. Now I can, what do you call this? Start drawing. Oh, yeah, I guess I'll show you some of my supplies too. I have this is a shot glass. But I did fill it with isopropyl alcohol, not to drink, but um since I let the nib sit for a bit since I last tested it, it is wet and they accumulate like oil and stuff, just like things tend to accumulate, like grease. So it's good before you start um drawing to dip it in alcohol to dry it out. And then right next to that I have the Speedball India ink. And this is the Speedball. I don't know. I think it's the oblique pen holder, and I don't know the name of the nib, but it's the one that goes with the nib. I bought like a whole set today at Michael's because I was so inspired by these artists that I follow on Instagram who like what's the word? You know what? I might want to use a ruler here because it's a straight edge. It would be very clean if there was a straight edge. I also don't have a ruler, so that makes it a bit harder. Maybe I could use the edge of this paper that I have. Yeah, I follow these artists on Instagram. They aren't actual manga artists, I don't think. Like they don't have a manga that I'm aware of that they're working on. But oh, that needed to be a little bit longer. But they do like oh my god, I already messed it up. Okay, wait, actually it's not that bad. Hold on. It's okay. But they like draw little comics and then the thing that they're like that they like always blow up for is like using the what do you call it? The tone paper that manga artists use to like imply shading or shadow, that sort of thing. Dude, this edge is looking nuts. Okay, it's okay. Um, and it's so satisfying. Okay, I love the tone part. I did want to try like ordering toning paper, but the first thing that I've been wanting to try is the dip pen because you have a lot of control over the weight of the line versus using like microns, which oh my god, I cannot express how much I hate using micron fine line pens. It is actually the most like infuriating experience I've ever had with art, and it made me like really hate doing line art for such a long time because it's so like the felt tips they damage super easily. So you have to constantly be buying like new ones. And then the other thing is that like um the only like type of brush pen, like fine line pen I've ever liked using is the brush pen. But because the tip is also felt, it wears away so fast. So I just stopped even trying that for quite a bit because like what's even the point? It's just gonna fade away anyway. I might as well just do digital art, which is what I really pivoted towards. I still love digital art, like you could tell because I did my sketch on my iPad first before I even took it here to the paper. And that's okay. That's mostly because the paper is kind of expensive. Okay, not really. I got a lot of paper for like $11 at Michael's, but why is this not working? Oops. Okay, I already messed up. That was such a confident line too. LOL. Well, it's okay. We'll turn it into something else. Um, Oh yeah, but yeah, I feel more comfortable doing digital art because you can undo everything that like doesn't turn out right. It's a pretty nice feature. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've always adored watching what do you call this? Digital artists work, especially like animation, which is like almost, at least in this day and age, almost exclusively done digitally. So I naturally just wanted to do digital art. Um but you know what? It's still really, there's something super satisfying that you can't always get from digital art when you're doing um traditional art. And it's for real, just like feeling the paper, like the little scratch, and being to actually like physically have it is pretty nice. And it's also just like, I feel like not being able to undo kind of, it makes you more aware of like each line that you're putting down. Um Instead of just kind of like pointlessly scrabbling, which, sometimes I do. It can be fun, but okay, it looks like there's something on the point of my nib, but I don't know what. Okay, whatever, let's redip. Oh, you know what it is? Okay, I think I'm accidentally touching the bottom of the ink thing, and I think it's picking up like the buildup at the bottom. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know. I still really adore um traditional art. Lots of respect for traditional artists, especially manga artists that still do it traditionally. It's pretty insane. Okay, now I'm gonna take my finger, boop, and smudge it. It's part of the plan. Boop. I'm trying to incorporate the fog that's like pretty much like what Silent Hill is known for, is that like you're stuck in this town surrounded by fog. Um I really wanted to incorporate like more symbols from the game, like not just doing a portrait of Pyramid Head, just because I thought it'd be more fun that way. It feels more personal. Like, I feel like as a fan, I would be happier to receive art where it looks like the person who made it played the game. So I'm just faking that. I'm faking that by I read the wiki before I even started sketching, and I like took note of anything that seemed like I might want to add it later on to the artwork. Um I put down a lot of things, but I didn't include all of them just because it's hard to include them in a way that wouldn't be like awkward, um, and would still like make sense. So, I'm trying to recreate the kind of wrinkles you get when you're wearing gloves. It kind of feels like something like this. Like you get wrinkles coming from this end. It's dark in this area since it's the other underhand of the glove. There you go. Glove. What the hell was I saying? I actually don't remember. God damn it. Well, whatever. Oh wait, yeah, like trying to incorporate symbols from the game. Yeah, I don't know. I was doing a lot of research and stuff. Um and I hope it actually came across. I guess we won't know until I show this to my friend, and hopefully he enjoys it. Picks up what I'm putting down here. I kind of had this idea that I wanted the lines to be thinner where this fog was, but I forgot when I was drawing this arm. Um, so I'm trying to like make it look like smudged out. But on the on the next part, or the next part where I reach where I remember drawing fog. Okay, this is why I had my iPad open, but it keeps turning off. Okay, it's supposed to be thinner. So, okay, hold on. And then that. Okay. And then I didn't actually think too hard about how these things attach, so it's gonna look a little bit awkward there. Okay, here's an opportunity to remember what I was aiming to do, which was kind of avoid those spots there. Okay. And then, is there any more scritchy scratch? Not really. Oh wait, right here. That's where the scritchy scratch is. So this can be thick right here, actually. Might even be better if it is. Okay. Man, I kind of wanted that to be a simpler line, but it's okay. Let's try to avoid these parts for now where it's thinner. Oh, it's kind of hard to do that. Hold on. Let's see. And then I'm trying to think. Like, okay, this like butcher apron he's wearing is thick. I don't think it would wrinkle here. It's supposed to be a heavy cloth. So I'm not really gonna add wrinkles there. Um, hmm. Okay. Oh wait, and this hand here is actually pretty clear. So let's draw that in. Hmm. It's kind of a really awkward hand, but you know who gives an F about hands? Okay, actually that wasn't too bad. Okay. How about we move on to this let's start outlining this. What is it? I forgot what this is called. It's called like the great something. I also did my research on the weapons. I think there's like a point where he's like holding two. But in most of the images that I've seen online of him, he's just holding this one. And I don't really know why. I think it's like when I was reading the wiki, it says that like at one point there's like a second one that spawns or something, which by the way, that's like evil. Um, I don't like that. I wouldn't want to play that. But yeah, I don't know. It bent a bit. I know I should have taken out the paper again to draw that straight edge. But I kind of like that it bends. I actually kind of dig that. I don't think, okay, in my drawing here, I don't think the knife, I'm calling this the knife, and I know it's not, or I think it is supposed to be knife, but, well, anyway, I don't think the fog touches this. Dang, that really would have looked cleaner with the freaking, why didn't I grab the paper again? Whatever, I did this to myself. Um, let's see, what's next? So I'm pretty sure that there's kind of a clear difference between the handle and the knife. And it's so subtle, but it gives it like some more depth. Hmm. I think it's right here. Uh yeah, I didn't really copy it over perfectly. It's okay. Let's just add this last line, and I think this time, or maybe not yet, because then I have to draw over this and it'll probably smudge. Well, let's move on to the boots then. I did have to actually search up butcher boots before I did this because I really wanted them, since they are like honestly a pretty prominent part of this, like it takes up this much space of the artwork. I was like, okay, it has to actually look like a boot. It can't just be like, I can't just copy that PS whatever style that the image is in, or else it's gonna look a little silly. Does the fog touch this boot? I don't want it to touch this part because I want it to look like a boot, for real. If it gets obscured, it might be hard to tell. And then in the sketch, I have the whole boot showing, even though it doesn't super make sense, and I think I'm just gonna stick with that because it makes it a lot easier to read what's going on here. Okay, so now that I've kind of outlined this stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and try to get some of this to look a bit thicker. That way you can really tell the difference between what I'm trying to purposefully make look thick and what's supposed to be thin because of the fog. I should have taped this down, that way it doesn't move while I'm drawing. I kind of like how that line looks already, so I'm not even gonna touch that. But like, there's certain parts like right here where it would definitely be helpful to kind of maybe go over it again and accentuate the difference between this part and the other parts. Okay, let's get to the smoke. Okay, something's weird with my nib, so I'm gonna wash it off. since it's collected a lot of ink. We're gonna wipe it down. Hmm. 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 Pretty happy with that. Hmm. Okay. Probably get to hatching this shadowy part of the pyramid head. Right there. Is this on correctly? Oop, it's starting to fall out. Okay. I'm gonna put on a video for myself. I had too much ink loaded on. See if we can fix this. It's the kind of thing that happens with like watercolor as well. Accidentally spill stuff. The most important thing is to not smudge, but to try to soak up as much of the spill as you can. But, you know, you can always go back. White paint. Lots of ways to fix little spills and mistakes now. Who knows? It kind of adds a little bit of some personality. Is that just copium? Maybe. There you go. And then make sure we don't have it overloaded. I'm gonna try to recreate that kind of rusted look that the pyramid head has. You know, apparently its actual name is supposed to be like Red Pyramid Thing or something like that, which I think is a hilarious name. But I think like on the wiki it said that it got coined to Pyramid Head during development. It's like what whoever the dude is that made this freaking game called it. Random little hairs keep getting in my pen nib.
Shiva, let's go walk, Shiva.
Look at what I'm drawing.
What's that?
It's a character that my friend likes. Look, I accidentally spilled some there because I overloaded it.
Come here, Shiva.
Hmm. I think I might try using a brush now. Okay, I'm on my phone now so I can show you guys the finished art, quote unquote finished. I might add a little bit more to the fog. Like, it's definitely more detailed up here than down here. It kind of got a bit sloppy because I was getting tired. But yeah,